nothing but a zero. Throw your hands in the air. Throw your hands in the air. Like you just don't care.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Lorenzo Jensen inside the Nanaimo Ice Center, joined by Caleb Green with a K, Caleb with a K. And the Nanaimo Ice Center is going to be host to this contest tonight. The SFU Red Leafs in town up against the hosting VIU Mariners. They have the 16-1-1 record. The SFU Red Leafs 4-11-1. As they introduce Max Struss and the rest of the starting lineup for the VIU Mariners. Jeremy Robar, there you heard it, starting goaltender for the VIU Mariners. And here's their 7th player of the game. I think it's Russell Judy is what I... And there he goes. He's going to make his way up to the blue line. Look at him go. Yeah, he's got lots of speed to burn there. Jeff Dayton, Wyatt Brand, they'll be the head referees tonight. Ryan Sirk, Mike McDougall on the blue lines, keeping track of offsides and such. Just Lachlan Abel heading to the goal over to our left. The very patriotic red and white jerseys worn by the SFU Red Leafs. And of course, the national anthem there just being played makes us think of the Four Nations tournament. And Caleb, I know it's we got hockey here in front of us, but boy, if it's anything like the Four Nations tournament, Canada and the U.S. opened up with a whole bunch of fighting. Hopefully we don't see that here, but like we mentioned before the game, it's always all about hockey, isn't it?
Yeah, you mentioned the fighting like it's a bad thing. That was the best 9 seconds of hockey I've seen in my life.
Four Nations tournament, that's concurrent, but right now we've got BCIHL hockey. Ethan Jones into the face-off circle to get things kicked off, and we are underway. Put your feet up, relax, we got this. As the puck flips up, and look at that, Chris Jones. Now there's a left-hand grab for you. Chris Jones is on the ball as anybody out there as he delivers the puck back onto the ice surface to Ryan Sirk. He'll drop the puck. Just 6 seconds ticked off the clock. And the face-off goes to the Mariners, but it's sent back in from center. Wickham's going to get on top of this one, and he leaves there for Struss. Struss up to Ethan Jones, 3-on-3 as Kirky down the near side wing. Holds up, puts it cross ice. Struss on the backhand, chopped it towards the corner, but that was intercepted. And back down ice come Fodchuk and Leslie. Leslie got Fodchuk the pass, but it was in his skates. And now Jones on the near side wing. Tried a nice little behind the back pass to himself. Fires it through the neutral ice, and that's intercepted. But once again, a good quick stick by the Mariners. Jones is going to have to bring this puck back out. Carson Earhart was just a stride offside. Now he's going to re-enter over the line, picking up speed on the backhand. Has a look over his shoulder, saw Kirky. but the puck is rifled off the glass. Good keep in by Tyson Lotard. Oh, here's a steal, potential 2-on-1 if not. Oh, look at that, great speed by Tyson Pausé. And that's the great thing about these two Tysons when they work together on defense, Pausé and Lotard. They work off of each other very well, and what a speedy recovery by Pausé. Entrance here with Catelier going to the net, and that one put through the crease. Couldn't pick it up on the forehand. They still have it behind the goal, but a nice intercept behind the net. Brandon Lung tried to put it off of the wall. Puck is put back in by Catelier in behind the goal. Abel looking over his left shoulder, now his right, as the play comes to the near side boards. 4-man scrum. Mariners with a quick shot out of a one-timer from Lee in the slot, and he let that one rip. Good pressure here by the Mariners on a seemingly harmless keep in there along the boards, and now they've got SFU pinned a little bit. Puck is poked to the corner, but right onto the stick of Lee through the crease. Looking for it is Catelier, and there's a shot snapped through the crease by Ways. Just wide of the goal, stick side. Puck comes to the point. Just over 2 1/4 in here. Hit along the boards, and that's going to bring about a penalty. And even though Catelier might head off the ice, at least I believe it's Catelier, he's going to get a charging call, and they've indeed called him back out onto the ice surface. So Matthew Catelier with the game's opening penalty. 2:24 in, and the Mariners out on the backside of some good pressure. They've got a penalty kill situation, Caleb.
The thing about the Mariners' penalty kill, and something that's really propelled them to success all season long, is they've had this power play mentality in all stages of the game. Even if they're up by 1 or down by 1, it doesn't matter. They're as relentless on the puck carrier as you can get.
They dig away in the corner, a 5-man scrum, 3 of them red jerseys, as they kick it free to the point. Puck is kept in along the boards by Joe Iannacone. Gets the return pass on the umbrella, sets back up with Ben Ruthven. Shot off of the goal stick into the corner. One body goes flying. Now the Mariners with a quick outlet. Will Norman, he's got some speed. One step, but a good back check. And it was a clean one. Back the way they come. Nathan Brand with that latest hit frees it up for SFU. Putting on the brakes in the corner, Alec Pettengale. Towards the middle, that one's precariously sent away by Wickham, but that'll be enough to get a break here and a change up on the penalty kill. David Sato applying some pressure on Brand, who threw that big hit. And the puck is tipped inside the zone by Ruthven. But flip high towards center. At least they got enough of it not to send the Mariners on a breakaway. Sato on the backhand, just gets it outside the zone to center. Wagner waiting on the near side. Puck finally comes to him. Maybe not quite in flight, so he had to do a little button hook there, and he gets put over the bench. A little how do you do on the way by. Courtesy of Sato on his way off the bench. And Powers on the backhand. He'll just get it down ice and take a bump from their captain in the process. Pettengale with the hit there. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Down ice comes RJ Dickey. Put it to the blue line, but they can't gain entry. And Wagner's got to back off here and puts it into his own zone with Hunter on the forecheck. Just 7 seconds remaining in this power play. Puck is stolen. Backhand pass, through the crease, and that could have been dangerous. Lurking right in the middle there, Ways. Maybe one last chance here for the power play to get some traction as they send it over to the left wing. Shot on goal, and that's swallowed up by Jeremy Robar with traffic in front. McGuire redirects, and he'll hang on to the puck. And a successful penalty kill, Caleb.
Absolutely. They've done a great job to not concede that blue line for those 2 minutes. And as you saw there, SFU spent a majority of that time out at center ice instead of in the Mariners zone.
Face off over to his right. Shot on goal, and Robar with another save, this time into the trapper as he gets out to the top of the blue paint. And he sees that shot from Joe Iannacone from distance. And we're just over 4.5 minutes in. The shots are 3-1 actually for the Red Leafs, even though the Mariners had more puck control. McGuire in his own zone puts on the brakes as he tries to get away from Owen Thibodeau. To the boards for Jones, gets it to center. Carson Earhart in motion, tries to drive his way and bulldoze through, but he can't get on top of the goaltender, Lachlan Abel, and Abel covers up the puck. Be a face-off over to his right as looks like Abel is having a little chat there with head referee Wyatt Brand. Face-off, as I mentioned, over to his right. Jones into the circle. Up against the captain. Now McGuire from distance, and that one went off of the shin pad in front. That was Chase Seganfredo that got the block there. One of the Red Leafs trapped inside after that hit. But popping right back up and joining the action is Wagner. And in motion, oh, and there was a hard hit by Logan Kirky as he just got his body in the road of RJ Dickey, who went sprawling along the ice. Hard cross-ice pass. Good anticipation by Brand, but he left the puck behind on that tenacious back check by Carson Earhart. Mariners reverse to the near side, but the pass through center is intercepted and moved down ice by Ruthven. Now they're on side with Thibodeau headed towards the goal. Now joining the fray as well. Ruthven headed towards the goal. He's circling in the slot, but the Mariners, Jones is going to come up with this puck. And he has a look down ice. He's going to give it a moment to get the players open back up. Hunt's going to take a seat on the bench while Jones is carrying this puck over. Earhart lets him step around him. Jones, so good with the puck. At least he played it into the corner, but he looks tired after all of that skating and stick handling. Logan Kirky watching carefully as they move it down the left wing. Spun in by Ruthven and now stopped behind the goal by Jeremy Robar. Once again, thanks for being with us here. SFU Red Leafs in town against the VIU Mariners, and boy, that would have been an interesting play had it have come to fruition. The bounce pass off the boards is such a neglected play in hockey, but so effective.
Yeah, it's definitely one that I've seen burn goaltenders before. First example that comes to mind for me is J.J. Moser against Jake Allen back in late 2024.
What is a player going to do when that puck goes hard off the board? Especially if you're trying to turn around, you get your body square to play the puck. Mariners, little faux pas at the blue line, but collected by Cage Newens. Newens fights off a check. Gets the puck in deep for Sato on his backhand behind the goal, swooping around, puck is loose, and Cage Newens was digging for it. Good job by Abel to bat the puck away while along the ice. Newens, he's just gonna spin and fire, puts it in deep, trying to get the cycle going here in the corner, gets some help out. Into the slot, oh, and Newens got a shot off it, drifted off of the stick. That was a good intercept there by Sahota. Braden Sahota getting his stick in the road, covering Cage Newens quite well. Powers comes up with the puck, put it off a defender, and now that one's put off the half boards, but it's still kept in by the Mariners. Diving attempt, that's Fedichuk who comes away with the puck 3-on-3. Oh, he tipped it around, but he has a seat, courtesy of Maxwell Struss. Struss, pound for pound, one of the best hitters in the league, and he's also got one of the hardest shots. Fedichuk did a good job protecting the puck along the boards. Will Norman hit him, but he still kept his motion inside, outside. Fedichuk tried the drop pass, and now the Mariners just softly out to center. 2-on-1 developing. Norman has a man on the wing. Holds, shoots, he rings it off the iron. Will Norman lets it ring off of the bar. Music to the ears of Lachlan Abel. Back come Fedichuk into the middle, and that pass, he can't get it to go as he was trying to find Max Lightfoot with that pass. Mariners back the other way. Good action here as this game starts to open up. Good tempo. Puck is chipped off of the glass. Oh, that took a funny bounce off of a Mariner, but still potential 2-on-2. Lightfoot inside, tried the pass, and he was looking for Dickey. Dickey had it in his skates, and the Mariners Hunter comes back, sends it in from his side of, or other side of center. They'll get a change. Out comes Lee, Ways, and Matthew Catelier, who chips the puck now off the boards. Ways, oh, he takes a hard hit along the boards, and he'll have a seat. Through the crease goes the puck. All sorts of action now as both teams really doubling down, trying to find this opening goal. Shots are now 6-3 for the Mariners. They've had the last 6. Catelier loads, shoots, and that one rips up over the net. Lachlan Abel, oh, and another hit along the boards. Boy, the SFU Red Leafs are playing physical like I haven't seen. Puck comes out in front of the goal. Dickey was hoping for a long stretch pass, and he'll get it now, but he's 1-on-2. He's just going to send it in, and they'll get a quick change. Pretty physical stuff, Caleb.
Absolutely. You were mentioning the Four Nations face-off earlier. This is the most physical game I've seen like an hour.
It's good to be on top of our hockey, and we got some good stuff here. VIU Mariners involved in a 0-0 tie, just getting towards the halfway point of the period. McGuire throws it ahead for Lee, and he had to brace for a hit. Over his shoulder came Rise Lefebvre, but Lee gets back on top of the puck on the cycle below the goal line. Jones has gotten out now, and he played it in the corner for Ways, who tried to find him on the return pass. Jones still got in, sent it to the point. Struss loading, shoots, and that one's into the trapper. He had some vision, he had a sight line there, and a good save through traffic.
Yeah, the one thing you've seen about the Mariners all game so far is that their defense hasn't really been as physical as it's been all season, though they have been seen throwing around the body a couple times this game. The main thing that separates this defense from other ones in the BCIHL is their willingness to poke check and do the dirty work.
They sure do, and they've got a lot of players that can do it. And out on the ice right now, Nolan Wickham watching things off of the left point. Here's a break in front, in goal. Kirky back in. Oh, and he tried to get it to the forehand, and he just lost the handle on the puck. Comes to the point. Struss blows right through traffic, and that one just missing on the stick side. Might get another chance here on the pass from Wickham in front of the tip, and that one was directed wide by Kirky. Oh, what a golden chance, and Kirky is so scary when he has time to load up like that. Earhart rides the line, has a look, right shooting defender, takes a step around, has it into the slot, and the one-time shot, that's a broken stick. Ethan Jones, he broke his twig. He's going to have to get to the bench, but Earhart doesn't care. He's going to keep running, shoots, and that one's off of the blocker and wide. Wickham at the point, 10.5 gone, first period, no score. Mariners trying to change that, but a good defensive play right out near the blue line by Ben Leslie breaks that up. Wickham in his own zone. Poor Ethan Jones, I wonder how much that stick was worth. The average stick here is probably about $300 in it goes. But when you're a goal scorer like Ethan Jones, sometimes you need a little bit higher brand, or you just have a certain, better release with certain brands of sticks. But yeah, the average composite stick these days that these players are using is around $300.
If I may quote the great Jack Edwards, an ode to the carbon stick.
Indeed, along the boards, backhanded towards the point on that Mariners face-off win. Right in front of the Mariners bench, Chase Siganfredo took a bump, and Dickey gets one now too, as there's all sorts of hitting and jostling going around in front of the Mariners bench. Chris Jones, he doesn't mind that action. Front row seat. Newens to the inside, takes a shot. Puck is loose. Abel didn't know it was loose. Thought he had squeezed the arm enough. Saucer past Newens. He'll never drag that one down, but he has it in the corner through traffic. There's a shot through. Oh, and it's laying there as it came behind him. Oh, off of the defender's skate. Loses the side of the goal. They score. Finally put in. David Sato gets it, but what a miraculous save by the defense. Oh, Siganfredo made his way across and got a skate on it back door, and he was trying to help Abel, but it's a 1-0 Mariners lead.
That's a sequence that Abel's going to want back. I mean, when you think you have it there, then you find out it's still loose, and next thing you know, 10 seconds later, they're right back in front of your net. You got to make sure that you're still awake. Abel wasn't.
Now, I hate to interrupt. I want to tell the fans that they are looking, I think they're having a discussion over by the timekeep bench to make sure that it's a good goal. Yes, indeed, they pointed to center, so they just wanted clarification on the manner that it went in on the back door there. But David Sato, of course, not kicking it in. He used his blade, but he had his foot down in front of it, so they had to make sure that that was an actual shot and not directed off of the skate.
I thought they were trying to personally review it for goalie interference.
Potentially they could have, but I think more so in that case. See, the thing is a lot of times here they won't go to a video a replay. The referees will just confirm with each other, and Jeff Dayton and Wyatt Brand seem to both feel it was a good goal, and that's the way it looked from up here. But what an amazing sequence, and you have got a feel for Lachlan Abel, who had about 95% of that shot, and it just dropped down from underneath his left arm. He thought he still had it. There's a cross-crease pass trying to find Austin Daniels. Knocks it down with his glove along the boards into a battle there, a tight one indeed, with Nathan Brand, who's been all over the Mariners here tonight. Very physical as Will Norman carries the puck out of the corner. Pass to the high point, shot on goal, and that one's through traffic. Look at all of that battling going on. Lung getting into it in front with Austin Daniels. So Blake Power assisting on that goal from David Sato, the Richmond product, getting the Mariners up by 1 here. 7:46 to go, and I still can't get over that effort. I believe it was Chase Seganfredo who came across and he got his, I think it was his right skate down just as the Mariners looked like they were going to swat it in the first time, helping his goaltender out, but David Sato, unrelenting, jumped on that puck and he fires it home. It's 1-0 Mariners. Here's a steal. Might be a two-man break down the near side. Fedichuk in on goal, shooting, and that's off of the crest. And he just had to make the play and take the puck himself. He did have a winger with him, Alec Pettengale. I think he made the right decision to shoot, Caleb.
Yeah, absolutely. That odd man rush is something that goalies fear. You know, you have no idea if they're going to pass or shoot, and by the time you finally figure out what they're going to do, next thing you know, puck 6 feet in the crease.
Fedichuk with a good break there. He had Pettengale, but I think he made the right option. There's a play off of the face-off, and it gets directed towards the goal, and not taking any chances. The Mariners goaltender Jeremy Robar covering up. He hasn't been as busy as the start. The SFU Red Leafs did have a 3-1 shot lead at one point. Face-off over to Robar's left. Mariners just clear it outside the zone. They're saying no icing on this. Bounce clear. That gets all the way down ice. Lachlan Abel watching the traffic in front. Ways stole it from behind the goal. Good thing he was watching. Ways on the drop pass. Lee puts on the brakes off of the half wall. Sends it to Max Struss on the point. Lee tried to kick it to his stick. Couldn't get it to go, and it's outside the blue. Red Leafs. Ben Leslie battling for it at center. They'll get another chance here as Fedichuk steams in over the line. He's got some help on the wing. There's a shot and a blocker save. That was more difficult than it looked. Robar got the edge of his blocker on that one. I think that was headed low, about 2.5 feet in. Oh, and a shot in front. Big save by the goaltender. Lachlan Abel sprawling left to right, and he gets his body in front, and an amazing stop. And that's an answer kind of save after allowing that most recent goal.
Yeah, I bet he wishes he could have done that earlier. You know, that first goal from Sato might have been a good wake-up call for him.
Just a reminder that the Tom Harris Community Foundation sponsor for this game shot, and that went off of the defense. I think Leslie got a piece of that one before it got to his goaltender. Play along the near side boards. Activating towards the goal. Jones, he was speeding to the net, and the defense that was carrying with him crashed into the goal. That was actually the captain. And Nick Wagner crashing into the crease, but he did a good job to try and stay pace for pace with Ethan Jones, who turned on the Jets and just made a beeline for the goal. 6:23 to go, first period. Mariners up 1-0 thanks to David Sato. Ethan Jones, he'll take the face-off against Nick Wagner, who has really displayed the talents and abilities of a captain. Wins that face-off as he plays it to the wing. Gets it forward for Dickey. Hard chop from Max Struss. Didn't get it to go the first time, but he reverses. And now Earhart, look at that long stretch pass. Will Norman, or pardon me, Kirky on the backhand, tried to drive it in the rebound. He was always looking rebound. Here comes Earhart, holds, shoots, and that one rifles wide of the net. Oh, the Mariners really showing their team speed here as they turn that action from one end quickly down to the other. Will Norman, the captain, as he always does, turns on the turbos. Ethan Jones finds Kirky on the near side, being watched by Lung. Tries to cut to the middle. Lung had his stick go with him, but he's able to protect the puck. Gets it up for Thibodeau, and it's sent in behind the Mariners goaltender Robar. Earhart sends it back towards the goal. Bounce pass off the boards finds Will Norman, and he's got Hunter cruising near center. Someone's stick is still on the ice. I think that's the one that belonged to Lung. And now hard snap pass. It's going to go all the way in on the goaltender. Will Norman got a piece of that pass from Tyson Lotard, and the puck scurries in, and it'll be offensive zone face-off for the Mariners. Was just mentioning about the Tom Harris Community Foundation. Their mission to enhance the quality of life in our community aligns perfectly with what we strive for on and off the ice We are grateful for their support and commitment to making a positive impact in Nanaimo. That's the Tom Harris Community Foundation. Mariners with the puck out of the corner. Hunter feeds the point. There's the look, shot on goal, and that's the sound of pads swallowing up the puck. Lachlan Abel, about 6-7 inches inside the blue paint, makes that stop, and that's shot number 18 already, Caleb, in period 1.
Yeah, this Mariners team, we talked about their defense earlier, but their offense has been no slouch either. I mean, 18-6 already. I feel like that should really tell the whole story here.
Yeah, 3-1 margin here for the Mariners, but they were behind at one point, as I mentioned, a quick spurt off the beginning, and now the long-range pass from Pettengale. Oh, look at that straddle as Fedichuk rode the line. I think he managed to keep his team on side through all that. Oh, it looked painful, though. Hard hit along the boards. That was a good, there's a step in, and I think right away, Chase Segafredo, who I mentioned, made that big stop with his skate at the on the stick side just before the Mariners scored the opening goal. He's going to go off for that hit. I think it's a minor for boarding as he came barreling in and he hit the Mariners defender. But now we're going to get to see a little bit of fireworks here. This is the best power play in the league. And it's courtesy of Prime Performance and Therapy Power Play. Off of the wing, Earhart. Again, Earhart, one of the hardest, if not the hardest shooter in the league. Gets the feed on the umbrella. Right shooting defender sends it to Lotard as they play pass. 15 seconds off the ticker. Jones, he'll switch spots with Lotard. Rides the umbrella in the middle of the Lotard. Dishes off, one-time shot. Sharp angle, puck bounces down. Cage Newens bats at it. And he nearly got it to go, but that puck was on edge. Cage Newens fights hard for the puck, but ultimately the play of Jaden Fodchuk gets that play down ice and a much-needed break. Joe Iannacone and his mates get out onto the ice. Same with Ruthven, who's watching at center. Pass goes off of Jones' skate, holding. So dangerous, puts it into the middle, and that one bounced off of the defender's skate and into the corner. And the Mariners doing Mariner things here on this power play and causing all sorts of discombobulation. They'll move this puck around, and when that puck flies, it's really going to go. Jones moving in, holds, shoots, scores! And there it is. Ethan Jones just pulled everybody over to this near side of the ice enough, and he snaps it over the Trapper side about 4 feet off the ice, and it's 2-0.
And Lorenzo, you were talking about fireworks earlier. It's like the 4th of July here in Nanaimo.
Beautiful stuff from Ethan Jones. And what a revelation he's been joining the Mariners. Such a smooth, silky player and a very cerebral one. And you could see he just read that situation. The defense had backed off him just enough. And just like a hungry mountain lion, he saw that open twine on the glove side, and he just approached the net like someone that was going to get a meal. And indeed, the Mariners 2-0 off of the heels of that power play goal. Just under 3 minutes here in the opening frame. Lee into the corner. Mariners just keep the pressure on. On the point, played in deep. Saucer pass from Hunt, and then that one off of the skate of McGuire, who tried to charge the net. And it looks like Lightfoot is down on the ice in a lot of discomfort. And he tries to twist and turn as he gets up, and that's not a good sign that he's let his stick go. I think there's something going on with his leg, and I'd venture to say it's his right leg, as yes, he's very ginger on that leg, being assisted off the ice. Chase Segafredo helping out, along with Nick Wagner, the captain, helping get his wounded warrior off the ice.
His right leg did not move that entire sequence. I really hope he's
yeah,
okay.
He didn't want to put any weight on it.
You know, the ACL is such an important muscle in all of sports, and when you're talking about a sport here where players literally have knives on their feet, you can only assume that he's okay.
The trainer, Jim Cernak, taking Lightfoot down the tunnel, and our thoughts are with him as I'm sure that leg is probably not going to be well enough to continue here tonight. There's a sharp angle shot, and that one actually might have grazed the top of the crossbar on its way through as Cage Newens has a rip. 2:30 to go. Puck is put to the middle for Pettingale, but he's 1-on-4. He gets a little bit of help in the form of Leslie, who helps drive the goal. All Robar could do was just push that puck aside. Now it's dangerously around his crease as he watches over his right shoulder, then left. Sato got Seganfredo's skates as he tried to chop at that puck along the near side boards. No call. Mariners with control. Struss in his own zone. Shots are 20-6. Thank you for being here tonight inside the Nanaimo Ice Center. And this is the home of great BC Intercollegiate Hockey. And this team that you're watching here in white and blue, they come in with a very daunting record, 16-1-1. And by daunting, I just mean the task for the SFU Red Leafs. 1 regulation and 1 overtime loss for these Mariners through 16 games. And with that most recent power play, you can see why the team has been so effective this year as they try and continue the hunt for their 2nd straight championship and their 2nd overall as they popped the cherry last year. Nice play behind the net. Joe Iannacone plays it forward, and now it's snapped in from center by Ben Ruthven. At the side of the goal, Robar, he saw enough buzzing earlier. He's going to cover that one up. And with 1:25 to go, a 2-0 lead for the Mariners, Caleb.
I mean, you just look at the shots here, 20-6. You know, we generally don't like to make assumptions about teams based on their record, but you know, if you were to ask someone what the scoreboard would be like this deep into the first period, most people would think of this.
Yeah, it's definitely on the heels of that power play goal. Look at this work off the boards by Fodchuk. Turns and he tried to spin and get the shot. He's a right-handed shooter, and he threw his weight hard along the boards. Now he gets a hit, and he falls over the player that he hit. All sorts of action there as Ways, I couldn't see who it was initially, but he was on the bottom of that pile. 1 minute to go, opening frame. Puck is sent in deep, and that's just enough for icing. Brandon Lung back for the touch-up. And this is what happens in games like this. You know it's coming when you're the Mariners. You have to know that there's going to be a pushback. And the Red Leafs, I can see a couple of helmet taps as they get back to the bench. Remember, they are down Max Lightfoot right now. And I don't know that if he's going to return. But like you said, the way he got up, didn't put any weight on that leg. I'd be very surprised if we see him the rest of this game. There's a steal off the boards. Sharp angle shot, and it ripples off the outside of the mesh as Lee got a little bit of room, and he turned an inch into nearly a mile as he fired that one just off the outside of the mesh. And the Mariners look to be going top corner here tonight. Here's a keep in though off the boards. The Red Leafs show through the crease, trying to drag the goaltender Robar to his right. Now on the return, Will Norman steps around Pettingale, in on goal, shoots in, a big glove save. Puck is loose in the crease. Lachlan Abel way out of his own blue paint, but now they get the return. There's a shot, and that's ripped in on goal into the trapper. Jeremy Robar, not as difficult a save as his counterpart, Lachlan Abel. That was a pretty solid save, Cable.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're SFU, all you can hope for is that this is like the 2019 San Jose Sharks, you know, the way that team rallied around Joe Pavelski in the first round. And you've been seeing a lot of that late in this first period with how they've been getting a lot more pressure in the Mariners zone.
Period almost out as Lotard on the heels of that face-off win. Puck goes over the line. Earhart might have a crack here off the show, and there's a whistle. And I think they were actually alliterating to me. I wonder if that was actually offside at a late offside call. I'm not sure. But regardless, the period comes to a close. And Lefebvre giving his goaltender Lachlan Abel some much needed love after 23 saves, or 23 shots, 21 saves. And so far he's looking pretty good. Aiden giving him taps as he gets to the bench. The same with his trainer there, Cernak. So they're going to go to an intermission here with some live music. I think we're going to cut here, Caleb, and maybe just before we do, 1 or 2 thoughts on the first period.
I mean, if you're VIU, this is about as close to a perfect first period as you can get. You know, sending a message nice and early with that multi-goal lead, 23-6 shots, as we've mentioned already. The music is deafening, Lorenzo. I love it.
All right, we're going to step aside so Caleb can go rock out. We'll be back. BCIHL hockey, VIU Mariners, 2-0 lead. We'll catch you up. Second period upcoming. Don't go too far.
You gotta look like a hero, or you'll be nothing but a zero. Throw your hands in the air. Throw your hands in the air. Like you just don't care. Throw your hands in the air. Throw your hands in the air. Like you just don't care. Throw your hands in the air. Like you just don't care. You gotta look like a hero. Throw your hands in the air. Like you just don't care. You gotta look like a hero, or you'll be nothing but a zero. You gotta look like a hero.
We're back live, period number 2, a 2-0 lead for the Mariners as they get the puck deep in the SFU zone. Oh, Ethan Jones goes flying as he tries to corral that little tip pass by Logan Kirky. Oh, dangerous leg hang there, and there's going to be a Mariners penalty kill here as finally the puck is touched by Ethan Jones, but it's going to be a tripping call against the Mariners, and RJ Dickey was just kind of riding the center line, and Carson Earhart got him. I think Earhart was just trying to size him up with the hip a little bit, and a quick little evasion lifting his right leg, but looks like RJ Dickey's okay as he gets down on the bench. And Caleb, you sure know how to get your cardio up in between sessions, hey?
Oh, you better believe it. Like, I remember learning how to do that dance when I was in middle school. Like, I was in the middle of learning how to do a line dance, and I just, I figured, you know what? I've seen people do this before. Let me see if I can do it. Holy cow, I can actually do it.
Yes, consider the dance completed. Bran on this power play, plays it down for Thibodeau. Out of the corner, shoots, and that's off of the right shoulder. Good save by the goaltender. Robar just staying square to the shooter, bumping around in front. Bran on the backhand pass when he went through the crease. Looked like Wagner was the target, couldn't get his stick down. He was being hit there by Wickham. Long range pass for Will Norman, gets the touch on it. Takes a hit from Lefebvre though. And the Mariners, that's good enough to get a line change out. Puck is tipped over the line, and the hand of Tyson Lotard knocks that one down. Matthew Catelier 1-on-3, and he's just going to try and force the issue deep. Shots are 23-7. We got 56 seconds on the power play, and something happened in behind, and it's considered an interference call, and I think Joe Iannacone is going to get the gate here, and so that'll kill this power play. So 4-on-4 hockey for the next 55 seconds, and then the Mariners for $1.05 will have the man advantage, and they'll be ready to jump on their prime performance and therapy power play. Just a reminder, their penalty kill, which officially just ended on that penalty, is for London Drugs, and as we saw, their London Drugs penalty kill is just fine. Will Norman forcing the issue and getting in deep, helping create a penalty situation for the Red Leafs. Lefebvre in his own zone, fakes the pass up the middle, gets rid of Newens for a moment, but that forecheck on Caleb Douglas forces the play into the corner. That's Caleb with a C, not like my partner, Caleb Green with a K. Ruthven on the near side, puts it past Hunt and delivers it deep. Little tap from Robar as he was tight to the near side post with his right pad. Pass goes off of the skate at center of Sato, and the recovery by Hunt sends it in deep. Now just 10 seconds remaining in this 4-on-4 situation. Kirky, button hook, shoots, and there's a save. Oh, and that puck just rolling down. I think it was actually right up into the, in between the blocker, the big square area of the blocker and where his fingers are, as he stops that one, and that was a hard shot. Logan Kirky getting a good chance off there, and now 3 seconds before his mate steps on the ice to rejoin the play, and it'll be an abbreviated power play. Puck kept in at the line by Lotard. Now it's 5-on-4. Earhart getting out of the box, heads right for the goal. We almost found that cross-ice pass, even though it was a little bit of a heater. Gets a return feed, trade spots with Lotard on the umbrella. Now he'll take the left point with Jones circling. Looked for a window to shoot, nothing available. The captain, Nick Wagner, in the road, and he watches from the umbrella. The puck was tipped by Kirky on the way to the net, and it definitely took a good redirect. Lotard looked like he was going to snap the shot. Jones near side one time, and Newens denied. Puck is over on the left side for Kirky. Finds Jones, 27 to go, left back door, and they score. Cage Newens. Beautiful seeing pass from the corner, and Cage Newens tapping that one in. Beautiful setup as Jones found him with a seeing eye pass from the corner, and there was nothing that Abel was going to be able to do to circumvent that goal. It was a beautiful tip play on the back door, just no getting across that fast.
Couldn't have said it any better myself. You know, you see him put 2 guys up by a blue line, 3 guys, you know, 2 of them in each face-off circle, 1 of them parked directly in front of Abel. You know, at first it kind of seems like a strange choice to put someone directly in front. Because, yeah, well, the screen is nice. You could put him out by the point to help generate more offense. But as we see there for the Mariners, it can pay dividends.
Hard hit at the line. Leslie tried to crack that one towards the net. Gage Newens with that nice goal. Ethan Jones, a beautiful setup, and he's got 2 points here. Looking for more. Stress shoots. That's off the trapper of Lachlan Abel. Oh, that hit just narrowly avoided behind the net. Ben Ruthven had Ways all sized up. He made him lose his stick. One of the Mariners is down in a heap there along the far side boards and getting up out of the pile. Matthew Catelier shakes out the cobwebs. Brand tried to force his way to the net, right shooting forward, had it on his backhand most of the way, and he just couldn't get the meat up underneath it, but that is an icing call that they forced out of the VIU Mariners. Puck will come back 180 feet. And Matthew Catelier, he'll stay out there. That's a good sign. He was on the ice there for a couple of moments, and you can see him, he just shook his head there a little bit. But the Mariners, a 3-0 lead on the heels of their second power play goal of the game. The Prime Performance and Therapy power play alive and very well. There's a shot from Fodchuk, and that one just waffled off of the tip of the trapper of the goaltender, Robard. Lee spotting Catelier on the wing, 3-on-2, but going to the goal is Lee, and they waited to the right moment, let that shot go, and that deflects off a stick into the corner. Ooh, tense times as Lefebvre had to go off his skate nearly into the slot. Now Hunter finds it on the backhand, swivels, sends it to Pause on the point, over to the other side for Lotard. Lotard, left shooting defenseman, holds wide along the boards. Out of the corner it comes. Oh, and that was close. Austin Daniels, there's a steal in the slot. Hunter trying to find it, and it's just rolling off the toe of his stick out to center. And back the other way comes Dickey, RJ Dickey on the drop to Fodchuk. He wanted to go to the inside, and he hooks it through the middle. That was a smart play. And now it's tipped out to center, but a good recovery by Iannacone. Red Leafs trapped offside for a moment, giving the Mariners a free outlet. Off of the wing, there's a fake leg kick, and now the shot up over the net. Pause from distance. Oh, and that tipped off at Daniels. I think it might have actually been headed towards the goal. Right in on above the blocker's side, about 3.5 feet up. Daniels almost knocking that one in. Shot from range, and that one swallowed up 2 feet inside the blue paint, and that's a save for Lachlan Abel on shot number 30.
I mean, when you're facing 30 shots, you know, this early into a game, only stopping 27 of them isn't really that bad when you think about it.
I'll get you the math in a moment, but I can tell you that the Mariners, they could certainly be up by more if Lachlan Abel hadn't made a couple of acrobatic saves. They just get Lung out onto the ice. He's over on the right wing for this face-off that the Mariners win back. Tyson Pause, he got credit for one of the assists that was added to the opening goal. Backhand to Hunt. Out of the corner comes Newens. He has the game's most recent goal. Spins, right shooting forward. Now behind the net, protecting on the forehand wraparound, and that was a great play because there were 2 Mariners waiting on the backside. Great hit near the boards. Hunt really providing the opportunity for Power to get in there and keep the puck alive. Pass into the slot. There's a shot. Right pad save. Nice job by Lachlan Abel to cover that one. All sorts of pressure. That puck just barely getting by Hunt. And thankfully for the SFU Red Leafs, they're going to get a change. Out comes Douglas. Ruthven. Bran is out there now as well. Long stretch pass. That's tapped inside the zone by Douglas. 13:35 to go, second period. Mariners up by the 3 spot. And they'll corral that puck. Wickham takes a bump, but he has the puck bounce off his chest to center at least. Saucer pass for Bran. He couldn't corral that one. It was too hot. And then Douglas sent them that pass just their side of center. And that'll bring the face-off back into SFU territory. thinking back to the importance of these power play goals. I was speaking with Gordon Nowicki's wife at the intermission, and I was telling her how much I thought of that goal from Ethan Jones, who has the puck now. Always sent it through the crease on the forehand, and he's causing all sorts of discombobulation at the blue line as they head back in. Earhart tries to drive, and now there's a penalty as Earhart turns on the power forward button, and he'll draw a tripping call in the process. That's how you drive the net, Caleb.
Yeah. You know, bodies heal, games don't.
Lachlan Abel watching as the backside linesman Mike McDougall gets the net set back up. 2-minute power play for the Mariners, and they've already cashed in twice. One was abbreviated. Cage Newens, who scored the goal, he's in the face-off dot now, and he wins that draw against Wagner. Lotard on the point, heads to the umbrella, dishes off for Earhart. Puck goes off of the stick of Wagner, and that's only broken up for a moment. Jones around the perimeter into the high umbrella. Earhart shoots, and there's a great block. The drop off, one-time shot, and it's a bullet off of the goal stick. And now after the second swipe, they get it down ice. That was a great block by Jaden Fodchuk, and he's not just a great offensive player. Saw his skills in the All-Star contest there. Earhart goes wide, puts it around the boards. But Fodchuk, he can get his body down, and he sacrificed it on this PK. Buck 15 to go in it. Kirky looking for his option, shoots, and that was off of Lefebvre and bounces up into the corner. Puck comes back to Kirky, though, courtesy of Earhart. Saucer pass. Jones holds, looking back door, and Newens tried the same thing, but this time he got decked into the goal. He was playing it tight, and he got knocked in underneath the goal, and he's launching a bit of a protest here as he felt he was cross-checked into the net. I think he's got a little bit of a case. But when you're dangerous, and you've proven you're dangerous from that location, the defense just can't let him sit there, Caleb. They have to attend to him, and attend to him they did. They put him right in behind Lachlan Abel.
Indubitably. You know, you look at SFU's penalty kill so far, they practically formed a cocoon around Abel, and they're certainly justified in doing so. All three of VIU's goals so far have come from between those two dots in the crease.
One of the new setups in hockey, and it's such a difficult play. The puck can move so fast. These players moving it into the middle. Ways shoots, scores! Pulled it backhand and then onto the forehand, and Ways makes it a 4-0 VIU Mariners lead, and it's another power play goal, their third, courtesy of number 43. What a nice goal that was, another power play goal. I just can't believe how effective they've been here tonight. Just all sorts of confidence oozing out on the ice there. And Owen Ways, the Winnipeg, Manitoba native, he just drove wide. And you got to remember Carson Earhart, that hard power forward move to the net. That's what opened up that power play. And here they come for more.
Here they come again.
Lee on the drop. There's a shot through, and it never troubled the goaltender. Lee puts on the brakes, and he'll take a good solid bump in behind the goal. Catelier got dropped at the side of the net. He'll send the defender's stick into the corner. Into the slot, has another shot, cracks it up over the goal. He had all sorts of time to tee that one up. So Struss gets an assist on that one, and Cole McGuire getting a secondary assist on that one as the Mariners into the slot, shot on goal, looking for the backdoor tip. Catelier trying to find a piece of it. Nice evasion in behind the goal by Ben Ruthven, who's been one of the highlight players here tonight for the Red Leafs. Pass finds Lefebvre. All he wants to do is send it in, and he'll take a hard shot from Austin Daniels to help him get towards the bench. Struss from his own zone, long stretch pass, looking off of the far side boards. Oh, the puck is pulled through. Norman in front, there's a pass to Daniels. Oh, scores off the tip of the glove. And Austin Daniels with another Mariners goal, and it's a 5-0 lead as they explode here in the second period with offense. And the latest culprit, Austin Daniels, snaps it about 90, maybe 85% of that shot stopped by Lachlan Abel, but just too much heat. And these big, tall players, Caleb, when they move from one direction, from the backhand to the forehand, or vice versa. It travels so far. The goaltender, all they've got is that half second to wave at it. Wasn't able to rein it in. Mariners looking solid here.
And when you combine that with the relatively big body of most of these guys setting pretty big screens, you kind of feel sorry for Abel here.
Well, Abel's not the only goaltender in this league to face this high-octane offense. An amazing 3 power play goals so far, and we're just coming up on the halfway point of the game. Mariners with a 5-0 lead here at the Nanaimo Ice Center. Wagner shoots it in from center. Dickey headed towards the goal. I don't know if the puck's going to be able to get to him. Austin Daniels with that marker.
All the way from Yellowknife, Daniels is.
Pass into the high slot. Will Norman snaps it, and that's trappered. Lachlan Abel down in the butterfly, and he'll grab that one about 6 inches inside the top of the blue paint with 10:10 remaining. And again, the shots just continue to pile up for the VIU Mariners. 35-7 is a differential. Face off over to Abel's left. Cage Newens, he has one of the 5 here. 5 separate scorers for the Mariners. Newens into the dot. Doesn't win that one against Fodchuk, and he chip it off the boards out towards center. Pettengale tried to poke that one over the line. He'll get a second chance to do it with his skates as the backside linesman McDougall goes for a little spin. He looks okay, big smile on his face. He's no newcomer to this game. He smiles, and doesn't matter, it seems like, whether you're big or small as a linesman or a referee. These players are just so big that when they decide they're going a direction or they're going to make a turn, if you're in the way, you're probably just going to get bowled over. I know that happened to me a few times when I used to ref back in Quesnel, minor hockey days. I often got accused of being too big to be a referee. I got in the way a few times, but it's pretty impossible to stay out of the way of these great skaters and shooters. Hockey's come a long way, and they're all athletes and very focused individuals that just continue to make hockey help it evolve pretty much right before our eyes. And I know I've had 50 years on the planet to watch that evolution, and man, to think coming back, Caleb, from the days of black and white TV or me listening to Jim Robson on my radio in the corner of my house, bundled up under a blanket. Man, now we can just watch full steam, full color, high definition. A big shout out to Bryce Williamson, who's operating the camera. There's a shot off of the left pad, and puck gets to the corner.
Yeah, one of my classmates in Medi 111. Love you, Bryce.
Bryce Williamson keeping you tight to the ice here, keeping track of this action as Robar plays it behind the goal, quite adeptly, I might add. Some goaltenders just have a knack with the goal stick, and he's one of them, Jeremy Robar. Newens one-hands it, but it's on edge and gets over the line. He had a mate trapped offside. Blake Power, puck is put over to the wing. Fodchuk will get the setup from his own zone, but a nice read by Hunt. His mates are on side. He'll take it in on the forehand, wraps behind the goal, has a look in the slot, found Jones, but it was too hot to handle. Nolan Wickham picks up the puck, goes for a skate behind the net. No one's going to catch him right now. He's got lots of speed, drops off for Struss, takes it back to the other side. Goal line in front, looking for the tip, and that went off of Ethan Jones' skate and wide of the goal. The puck is flipped out of play, and that'll be a stoppage with 8:36 to go. And maybe just another word or two, Caleb. I know you're a good bit younger than myself, but what I was really just alliterating to is it's such a privilege to be able to, call these games and to be here live, and not only that, but to help people witness it in their own homes and do so in the comfort of their own home or on the road or wherever they're at. Technology has just been amazing for the game of hockey.
Absolutely. And even within the realm of other sports,
yes,
such as basketball.
Oh, amazing. Think of the Super Bowl a couple weekends ago. There's a long side pass. Earhart had his stick lifted at the last moment. And a good play by Ben Leslie to get him off of it. Puck out at center. Wickham first one to it. Red Leafs want a partial change. Pettengale able to swat that one in from center. And Chase Seganfredo from right off the bench gets in deep. Leaves it for Brand, but Brand had to jump out of the way. He had a speeding Logan Kirky coming by him, and now he stepped around the outside, has one to the middle, into the slot, and a good redirect stick. Puck is knocked down by Jones, though, as he intercepts. High slot, Lotard shooting, and he couldn't get the A shot off. Douglas lifted his stick, and a good defensive play by Douglas helps Lachlan Abel get that one off of the crest and stop play.
You see him over there being consoled by one of his teammates.
Yeah, it's not an easy task these days. The offense for the Mariners, it's just Chris Jones has them play such a strong, dynamic style and an attacking style of hockey. And, you know, I think back to a few seasons ago, and I don't think Mariners fans have to look too hard. There's a shot from Blake Power that goes up off of the glass and back outside the blue line, but sent right back in by Tyson Lotard. Chopped towards the boards. Flipped off of the boards for the chip and chase.
Outstanding defensive play right there.
Nick Wagner trying to reach across, but there's Catelier at the side of the goal. Rebound, they score! Tucked in on the far side. And it's 6-0. And I think Ways has his second goal. Oh, wait, I got to double check that. Oh, I do believe it's Owen Ways, and indeed, he's got his second not only of the game, but of the period. Matthew Catelier helped getting him the puck there, and I'll tell you, Curtis Lee from Fort St. John, BC, he has just, it feels like he is the piece to this line that has really helped them flourish. Owen Ways just, actually, he's got Chris Jones checking his stick right now. I don't know what that's about, but I'm sure there's a little funny sidebar to that one. I certainly love interviewing Chris Jones, the head coach for the VIU Mariners. He's just got such a solid style, and you can tell he's a player's coach. Here's a breakout for Norman. He's got Austin Daniels, who also has a goal, left the puck behind, just barely got it onside. But for the speed of Will Norman, pass was designated for Leslie, but Will Norman on the counterattack at the line. As Hunter going to the goal, that's off of the trapper. Lachlan Abel getting a piece of that, and it soars high and wide. From his belly there, and Will Norman trying to hook that one, but SFU will get it to center. Fodchuk has one on the wing. That's Leslie. He's going to leave it for him. Leslie holds up, wanted to go to his forehand and get the shot off, but Tyson Pause read that one. Back he comes, and he'll flip it in over the blue line. Mariners get a change. Newens, McGuire, Hunt, Power, and Sato, they're out there now. Long stretch pass, looking for the stick of Jaden Fodchuk. He just tipped it in, but the Mariners will take over with 6:01 remaining. Second frame. McGuire, look at that hard sweeping pass. He knew he had to get it up like a bullet and did. Backhand pass. Fodchuk had fallen near the boards. Actually, no, pardon me, that was Ben Ruffin who got dumped near the boards. Newens over the blue line onside, has two going to the goal. One is McGuire. The other is posted up down below the goal line, and now he has the puck. Sato out of the corner, curls, leaves to the half boards. Nice pass from Power, in behind the goal. Newens wants to work it along the perimeter. Shot from distance, that misses on the trapper side. Hunt stopped, left the puck for Newens. That was a nice play by Hunt. Knew he had the support. Off of the boards, McGuire holding, shoots. There's a blocker save. Holding super tight to the post like super glue. Lachlan Abel
save there too.
Yes, yeah. Another shot in from Pettengale, and it's a light bouncer. He's looked gassed as he gets onto the bench and takes a seat beside Fodchuk. Backhand curl into the corner. Long pass finds Kirky. Forehand shooting, and that's kicked out left pad. Great reactionary save by Lachlan Abel. And back the other way come the Red Leafs, but it's poked out to Kirky. Oh, he wanted to go 1-on-3. He's feeling the excitement and energy. Look at him go out there as he gets tied up into it with Thibodeau, who doesn't want to have anything to do with that. Long pass for Nick Wagner, has some speed, but he's up against Max Struss, who just angles him out, and he'll pin him up against the boards into the slot looking for Joe Iannacone. Can't find him. Puck bounced off of Ethan Jones' stick. Pardon me, actually, I believe that was Carson Earhart. Jones, though, heads over to the far side. Logan Kirky steps in and throws a hit. And the backup goaltender, Aiden, didn't like that very much. And now running back at the Red Leafs, and Logan Kirky, hot as you can imagine. A red hot piece of molten lava came firing off of the boards there, showing his displeasure for that hit right along the boards in front of the penalty box. And I believe Carson Earhart took a bit of a shot there in the process as well, but he seems to be okay. But for the Red Leafs, Owen Thibodeau, who took that first hit that really started all of that physical exchange, he looks okay, but boy, you could tell he really didn't want to get involved with the Mariners there. And now I see two Mariners in the penalty box here. So Logan Kirky obviously one. I think Max Struss will be the other. And you never have to worry when you're out on the ice and number 24 for the Mariners is out there. He got your back, Caleb.
Absolutely. Like it's been a party inside the pirate ship all night long. And this is the time where the tempers finally boil over.
Well, and there's always that risk when a game starts to have a few degrees of separation on the scoreboard. But you know what? I want to point out the sportsmanship down there. Jeremy Robard just having looks like a fairly friendly conversation with, I think that's Jaden Fodchuk, yes. And joining the conversation, Ben Leslie, as Will Norman and Nick Wagner wait over in front of the timekeep bench there. But Don Miller, I can tell you, he already knows what's going to be happening, and he's just writing it down on his clipboard, and he'll enter that into the system. And here we are, though, a 6-0 lead, and pardon me, I'll just make that correction on screen here for us now. Just a shade under 4 minutes. Again, I've got Caleb with a K joining us for the broadcast. And how do you like it so far, Caleb?
You know, I'm a freshman at VIU. I couldn't ask for anything better right now.
He attends VIU University. Actually, while we have a second, you were mentioning actually your classmates with Bryce Williamson.
Oh, yeah.
Our fine technical operator here, Tyson Lotard. So it will be a 2-minute minor to Logan Kirky. And what do you guys take there?
We take a class called History of Communications, where we basically learn how mankind has communicated, basically from cave paintings all the way up to the invention of the smartphone.
I love it. Wagner through the crease and a great backdoor attempt. Fodchuk that's probably the best opportunity they've had in over a period and a half. Jones sent it down ice for Power. 30 seconds off of the power play. The wraparound attempt, shot on goal, and that's fed off. Sato getting a shot. Butterfly saved by Lachlan Abel. Just a reminder that the penalty kill is for London Drugs, and we'll see how this London Drugs penalty kill shapes up. Their last PK led to a power play situation, and they capitalized on that. Cage Newens with the latest power play goal. And now the London Drugs PK going to work. 56 left in it. To Pettengale shooting, and that was off the stick of Tyson Lotard, who got in the road. Good presence of mind there by number 4, Tyson Lotard. He can play defense on my team any day of the week. Smooth skating, head up, long range passes. Doesn't matter, he's got it all. Puck is chipped out to center, and Lotard will just snap it right back in. And he'll get off to the bench, very dutiful and effective as he steps off. Play at center as Pettengale gets the puck in onside. rolls in on goal, and Jeremy Robar, he's just going to cover that one up with Thibodeau in the crease area, looking for something. Owen Ways, he's the only multiple goal scorer here tonight, and he did it here in this second period. Thoughts on his play, Caleb?
I know, he's just been all over the ice, and sometimes in these kind of games, even when you're up by 6, you still need that anchor to rally around.
He's been very effective, and he's had a couple of highlight plays here tonight, but I think they're actually, no, he's going to stay out, but someone else is swapping off here as they're trying to figure out the manpower situation here, as they are still technically shorthanded. They wanted to play 5. Who wouldn't?
I know it's been hard to tell with the play we've been seeing lately, but yes, the Mariners are indeed down a man here.
Ruthven into the corner. Hard pass from Pettengale, and he nearly sent it cross seam. Fodchuk as the paddle slaps on the ice. Penalty expiring now. Ruthven on the point, but a button hook by Fodchuk out of the corner. Has another turn. Still looking. Saucers into Ruthven. Oh, he just had that one get away from him, and now he's going to have to back up and get back down ice as 3 Mariners break to center. Catelier reaching in. That play is still onside in the middle for Lee. Has one on the back door. Oh, he tried to go upstairs. Trapper save. Lachlan Abel. And another big stop. Ruthven comes crashing into Lee. Frees up the puck for Catelier. Tries to drag to the middle. Oh, he was looking to drop off. Couldn't quite complete the play. And now SFU back on the counterattack. RJ Dickey putting on the brakes. Drop pass. Leslie cuts to the middle. Dickey's there, though. Finds the puck. Trying to get a bit of a cycle going here. 1 minute just about to go. Mariners on the defensive end here as Leslie played it in behind the net. But Nolan Wickham, hard long-range pass. Just out of the reach of Cage Newens, and with 51.4 seconds left, Mariners will entertain a defensive zone face-off. Jeremy Robar is going to take a little drink of water, much like we're going to do in the intermission. And it looks like, Caleb, you're going to get another chance to go out and dance and
you better believe it.
Touch concrete here.
Yeah, the one time I wish these floors were made of anything else.
Face-off win by the Mariners. Long pass for Newens as he steps in over the line, as Earhart going to the middle. That was broken up. Good stick at the line by the captain Wagner, and he gets a return pass as he comes in over 1-on-4, tries to go wide, and Earhart threw his upper body and broke that up. Out to center it goes. Oh, that was dangerous. Jones steaming onto the defender, trying to force him to cough it up. He still has the puck. 18 seconds to go. Earhart one-hands it over the line. Saucer pass, finds Newens. Look at that puck drop down. Jones has a look. 10 seconds to go. Newens behind the net. On the backhand, shovel pass to Struss. He might have time for a buzzer. Shot, looking for the tip. Oh, Earhart waving at that fluttering puck. They didn't need a 7th, but they were sure pressing for it, Caleb.
Yeah, they were just trying to convert the extra point on their touchdown.
Such lovely stuff out there, and that's the kind of play that comes from confidence and a 6-goal lead. Only one Mariner has more than one, and that's Owen Ways, the pride of Winnipeg, Manitoba, stepping up in a big way. And we're going to get blasted out here soon, and I know you got your shoes ready to do some dancing, Caleb, but maybe a word or two just about the second period in general.
When I was speaking with some fans, during the first intermission, the one thing they told me was they didn't want to see the Mariners take their foot off the gas, and they've most certainly obliged, nearly doubling their lead from the first period to the second.
The shots, 41 for the VIU Mariners, SFU Red Leafs 11, and up on the scoreboard at 6-0. VIU Mariners fans rocking out and well on their way to a 17-1-1 record. We'll be back, third period action. Welcome to the jungle, everyone. rendition here of Iron Man, a rock classic here inside the Nick, and they were rocking out with some other tunes, keeping everybody entertained here as the players grabbed a breath of air and a couple of swills of Gatorade in anticipation of period number 3, which is now underway. And a shout out to the Robar family watching from the, I believe it's the South Coast. Puck is in behind the goal, in towards the middle, and it took a bounce off of a leg, of Nova Scotia. Looked like the Mariners might get that early chance right into the middle of the ice. Wickham now sends it cross ice. Oh, there's a shot from Jones following up on the trail. The puck was just sitting there, and he took the gift and wired it, but just wide on the stick side. Watching Jeremy Robar, who might have a chance for some action here. He's faced 11 shots so far this game. Over the line comes Cage Newens. He's had a strong game. Leaves off. There's a pass through the crease. Where did it bounce? And now right back onto the stick for the defer to Tyson Lotard from Pausé. One of the defenders, Fodchuk, lost his stick. Now he's got to defend without it. Shot, and he caught it off of maybe the knee or the hand as he goes to pick his stick back up. What a warrior. Now he's down ice. Are they going to be able to find him for the long pass? And they decide not to send it. Now it's flipped down ice and from their side of center. And the SFU Red Leafs aren't going to like that call necessarily, but it will be an icing call as they didn't quite gain center. And maybe an argument to try and send Fodchuk that pass a little quicker, Caleb.
I mean, ultimately, it's about how many risks you choose to take. And, you know, when you're down 6-0, you might as well take that risk. So I really don't understand what SFU was trying to go for here.
Well, the Mariners got back into position quickly, but there might have been a window. There's a shot from Lotard, a wrister that was looking top shelf, but instead found the leather of Lachlan Abel, and he makes stop. That'll be stop number 36 for him. He's had 42 directed his way. David Sato from Richmond, BC, tried to backhand that puck back, and some good work from Power gets the puck at least free. He had Pettengale bearing down on him, and the Mariners forced back inside their own territory. So nice to have you guys with us and supporting the troops. As I mentioned, Jeremy Robar's family checking things out from the South Shores of Nova Scotia. Bet you it's a little chilly there right now. It's inclement here, but I bet you nothing like that on the East Coast. There's the backhand from Power, just riding the line. Sato's onside though, plays it hard around the boards. Looks like Curtis Lee will be first one there. Opted to leave it for the trailing defender, but Pausé couldn't pick that one up. And the defensive pair, Tyson Pausé and Tyson Lotard, the Tyson squared line as I like to call it. Lee into the corner. McGuire just jumped out on the ice and he's on the left side, shoots, and that one a couple of feet wide up on the left side. Now Hunt, he's in there carrying the puck along the half wall. Puck comes to the blue line. That's Trevor Hunt from Hartney, Manitoba, on a line with Cole McGuire, a local kid who's made an immediate impact since joining the team at the beginning of last season. Nice play by Brand. He might have a 2-on-1 here as he goes wide, tries to put in the middle, and a diving attempt for the breakup. The Nanaimo defense comes up big, and as I just mentioned his name, he makes his best play of the game. Trevor Hunt down, breaking up that 2-on-1, helping his goaltender like only a true defender can. Puck to the point, Wickham shooting, and that's into the pads, maybe just up above, maybe about a foot and a half off of the ice, but that's no trouble for Lachlan Abel, who's had to make some very acrobatic saves here tonight. And what would you say that save in the second period when he came from left to right and dove out? That was a pretty nice stop off of Earhart.
No, ultimately, it doesn't matter how you stop it. It only matters that you stop it. And to stop 37 shots against this high-flying Mariners offense, that's a feat in and of itself.
Absolutely, and Fodchuk out to center. He's got Leslie with him. He kicks it in off his right boot, trying to hook it to the middle, but Fodchuk couldn't get the handle on it. Goes for a skate, but he runs into Captain Will Norman. sends the puck cross ice and out of the zone. And it's met there by Hunter, who delivers for Wickham. Snapper, and that's up off of the stick and into the netting. Nick Dittrich getting his stick in the lane and deflecting that one out of play. Looks like Pettengale, Bran, and Dickey are going to get another run here. They had that great opportunity, and so I think it's a smart coaching play there by Mark Soers, the head coach, to just send them right back out. They had a great chance. Sometimes players just need a couple cracks at it.
Sometimes you just got to ride the hot hand, especially in these kinds of situations when you're just trying to light that fuse to spark a comeback. No better way to do it.
SFU looking for some offense, but they got to fend off this opportunity here by the Mariners on that face-off win. Nice block at the line, and that frees the puck up. But Wickham's back into position quickly, being watched by Dickey. Hard pass, gets through at center. Hunter's on the near side. Will Norman going towards the goal. There's a snapshot, and that missed up high. May have grazed the right shoulder of Lachlan Abel. Pass into the middle, that's intercepted by Lung, and he'll send it towards center, but he's looking for, or pardon me, his mate's looking for a change. And just in time, Lefebvre out onto the ice to make sure that that's an icing call. Good line change there. Sets his teammates up for an offensive zone face-off. And like you were mentioning, Caleb, I think you do have to go with the hot hand. And definitely tonight, Fodchuk for me has been one of their more noticeable players. And I think as he picks up the puck here, that if any offense is going to come, it's off his stick. It's towards the middle, backside shot, and it's underneath the right leg as they lift the captain, Nick Wagner, up off his feet to make sure he doesn't get to the rebound. Wagner like a bulldog in there, Caleb.
You see shades of that first Mariners goal all the way back in the first period with that mad scramble in front of the net. And just like it was back then, the Mariners coming up big right in front of the crease.
Just by committee, I can't say for sure if it was Tyson Lotard, but I know he had a partial hold on Nick Wagner. To the point, shot on goal, looking for the tip in front. And now the Red Leafs in behind the net. Douglas fending off a check. Had the puck poked off his stick though. And there's a penalty coming up, and I think it's against Ruthven. Ben Ruthven is going to get a tripping call here with 15:25 remaining in the third. And all of that offensive action doesn't amount to anything more than a penalty for the Red Leafs, and that's a little bit of a blow for the boys in red.
Yeah, all it takes is just one bad sequence. All it takes is that one domino being out of position for the whole chain to stop.
3 power play goals. Half of their goals tonight the Mariners have scored on the PP. Brought to you by Prime Performance and Therapy. Puck comes to McGuire on the point, right in front of Aiden, the backup goaltender for the Red Leafs. Just having a good look, nice and close to the action. Down below the goal line, quick return pass as the puck comes to Struss on the point. Looking for ways in the middle. He's got the double so far. And wouldn't it be special for him to get another crack at the goal here? McGuire on the near side, shoots, and that's a nice save off the left arm. Abel seeing that through a scad of traffic. Pass to McGuire on the near side. He thought about snapping again. Puck comes to the middle. Tap to Struss, but he wasn't quite in position. He'll replay it down below the goal line as they move that puck with aplomb. Curtis Lee gets the return from Struss. Puck was on edge. Thought about shooting, and then when he did, the puck is sent down ice. Now 1:06 remaining in the power play. Look at Robar. I told you that stick handling. Look at that long pass. Finds David Sato. Ways going to the goal. Holds off the half boards. Nice move as he goes to the backhand. Puts it to Lotard. Over to Earhart. Crisp, clean passing. Mariners, big trademark of theirs. Wickham. 46 to go in the power play. He's got Ways up in behind him. He back pass for Earhart. To the right side for Lotard. Cinching down on the... Oh, and a great left pad save. Abel, degree of difficulty high with all sorts of bodies in front. David Sato making it difficult to see in front of the goal as he's really posting himself up. Around goes Lotard, hanging on to it. Left shooting defenseman Earhart shoots. Stick save, rebound, and another on the backhand, scrambling down, and Abel gets down. What a sequence. Woo-hoo! 3 big saves, and it leads to a chance down ice. Play looks like it's onside. And now Pettengale is going to pick it up in behind the goal. He wants to kill some time, but Earhart says, we want every second, but the penalty expires. Pettengale put it to the middle, and that's intercepted by Earhart. For Ethan Jones down ice, he's got Cage Newens in the middle. Jones, shoot, he was looking top shelf, and he just put it up about 6 inches over the crossbar. Pettengale now, once again, finds Fodchuk on the near side. If he can rein it in, he might have a chance to the goal, shoots, and a good save off the trapper. And now it was off of the stick of the goaltender Robar, who made a great play to see that pass coming from the corner. It was aerial along the far side boards. Cage Newens, he got double teamed, but he didn't drop, and he knocked the stick down in the process. Has the puck on the back end. Oh, he was looking for Catelier, who was skirting across to the left side. Fodchuk, stick handling 1-on-2, finds the trailer. It's Leslie, but he dropped his stick in the process after he had the puck deflected off his stick. Ways, inside, outside, has room, shoots off the crossbar. Owen Ways searching for the hat trick, and he labels the crossbar. Puck in behind the goal. SFU, it's still 6-0, but it was within a centimeter of being 7 through his legs, trying to find the handle. There's Daniel on the backside, and he clears it out. One of the players, the SFU Red Leafs, he's in the crease there. Jaden Fodchuk got dropped down. Ways looking to send that pass through to Catelier, who takes one whack over to Ways. Left shooting forward into the slot shot by Austin Daniels, looking for his second. And now the Red Leafs away 3 to center. Look at that backtrack by Daniels. Nearly stripped them of it. Once again, SFU enters the zone. Wickham the trail, shooting, scores! And it's 7-0. Austin Daniels finding the seeing eye pass. And Wickham loads, fires over the trapper, and it's a 7-0 lead. Lucky 7 for the Mariners.
And that's the kind of thing we've seen from VIU all night. The perfect transition there, defense leading to offense. This is a team that's been overly reliant even on the poke check. It's paid dividends for them. As the score sheet says, Mariners finally converting that extra point on their touchdown that they were denied of at the end of the second.
They're not looking for the safety. They want the full points, and the Mariners doing exactly what they needed to do tonight. They've had a strong power play, but everybody's been fighting tooth and nail. And Will Norman, his speed down ice, hard to contend with. Catelier into the zone, and he was looking for someone in the slot. Apparently that was Hunter. On the counterattack, Pettengale to the outside. Puck bounces off of the stick of the Red Leafs, and they got to skate back now. Norman. There's a pass cross crease looking for Hunter, and Matthew Catelier getting in on that goal. Mariners full value here tonight. Still 11 minutes to go in the third. They led 2-0 after 1 and 6-0 after 2. They've added 1 here in the third. And Owen Ways putting one off of the crossbar, nearly grabbing the hat trick. There's the drive in front. Fodchuk, and a beautiful, I told you, this guy's crazy. He will put his body on the line to make a play, and he went right cross crease. Fodchuk steals it from Lee. Tried to one-hand it, looking for some help from behind the goal. Owen Thibodeau in there with Ben Ruthven. In the middle, shooting. Ruthven gets a second crack at it. It's off of one of the Mariners, and it's off his equipment, but finally Will Norman sees the puck drop down, and he skates it to center. They're just going to flip it in. Blake Power, the only forechecker, but he's going to get some help from Cage Newens. David Sato out on the ice now as well. McGuire backing up. The puck was sent in off of Power's body. Sato over the blue line into Power, tried to kick it up to his stick. At the line, Fodchuk read that one well. Cage Newens ran out of territory, and he trips up with Nick Wagner, who was on his way to the bench. Puck sent to the middle. Look at that chance, and he flipped it up, and what a beautiful opportunity there. Ben Ruthven into the middle. Puck comes to the point, and that shot didn't make it through. Chase Seganfredo wanted to let it go, but a good block in front, and I think it was David Sato that got a chunk of it.
You can't get too fancy in those kinds of moments.
But you know what? I love the effort and the attempt. Nobody was really ready for that, and I didn't think he could pull it off, but he did. Cutting to the middle, Ben Ruthven with a highlight reel chance there. making something out of a lot of nothing as he just picked that puck up, and he knew right away what he wanted to do. Off of the wing, Ethan Jones into the middle. Kirky tried to kick it to his stick, and a good back check by Ben Leslie breaks that up. Two Mariners battling for it in the corner. Now Jones really activating. Brand had it go off of a shin pad, came right back to him, and Leslie will chip it in deep into the Mariners zone. Jeremy Robar had the puck on edge, got it to the half boards. Kirky couldn't play it. Puck is in the middle of the ice at the side of the goal. Back and they score! Alec Pettengale breaks the shutout bid for Jeremy Robar on the 16th shot on goal, and some great patience. Alec Pettengale pulling from his backhand to his forehand, and he just had to wait long enough. And he did it, and he gets the first offensive play here to go for the SFU Red Leafs, who jump on the board, and he gets a big tap on the helmet from his head coach, Mark Soares, and Brian Stewart, the assistant captain. Mitchell Wenzel had something to say, too, from the other end of the bench, congratulating Pettengale on that goal. SFU has a spark now behind the net. Lefebvre sending it up to the half boards. Max Struss shoots, big right pad save. Puck kicked out, and Fodchuk back the other way. And he had Ruthven just in over the line, but I think Ruthven had been, he'd been hit at the line by Max Struss. They had something going on there, and that broke the play up. Good on Captain Nick Wagner. He just kept his shoulder to the wheel, so to speak, and even though he's faced a couple of setbacks here tonight, getting hit and taken off the puck a couple of times, for the most part, he's been instrumental in helping turn the puck over for the Red Leafs and giving them chances as he throws a hit now up against the boards. Ben Ruthven with that cool little opportunity there early. About 35 seconds ago, about 8 minutes remaining here. Mariners comfortable at 7-1, but they gave up the most recent goal. There goes Ways into the corner, left shooting forward. He's being watched very closely by Joe Anacone. And the diving play across the crease. And Lefebvre, oh, and that was off of the, and that is up and in. Curtis Lee scores up underneath the crossbar. And Lachlan Abel all sorts of upset as one of his players, Jaden Fodchuk, got decked in front of him. And when he tried to come across to make the secondary save, he had a body in the way, Caleb. Not much they could do. There was so much happening in front, and you can see the referees, they're talking about it now. Fodchuk is really wanting an explanation. They feel like their goaltender was interfered with.
Yeah, that's the goalie interference call I thought they were going to try to challenge earlier.
No, they are waving it off. So as we talked about, and the goaltender, Lachlan Abel, he was upset. He came up swinging his goal stick at the post in frustration, and it looked like Curtis Lee was going to be the fifth Mariner to add offense here tonight. But for the moment, he's going to have to find it a different way. Chris Jones just asking for an explanation now, but after conferring, I believe Jeff Dayton and Wyatt Brand both concluded that the goaltender was unable to get back into position because of the player being knocked down in front. That was Fodchuk, he's a forward, but he was in there trying to help out, and he got decked to the ice. So probably a good call here as the refs determine, and it's not like we're in a 3-2 game where it would just be absolutely devastating to have one pulled away. Will Norman on the backhand pass to Daniels. It does have to be fair to the goaltender to be able to get into position and try and make a save. Back in the day, Caleb, hockey, when I was young, there was a lot more goalie interference and a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? Just a lot more grace given to players to be allowed in the crease and interrupt the goalie's movements.
Yeah, it was a lot more physical of a game back in the day.
Will Norman wins that face-off. Austin Daniels, he has a goal. He plays it into Hunter, who takes it to the half boards. Lotard returns it right back in towards Hunter. He's going to roll off of that check of Douglas, and he sneaks under another one as he goes in relentless pursuit of the puck, but he put it towards the point. And a good play by Pettengale, who has the lone goal for the SFU Red Leafs. He's onside as he straddles the line. There's a shot off the blocker, rebound, put wide of the goal. A couple of quick chances in succession for Nathan Brand. He's Fodchuk onto the ice now, gets the pass through center, right shooting forward, in over the line, protects it, but he goes around Lotard, who just bodied him out. High pass to the slot for Lung. That one was deflected by Blake Power, and the puck goes down ice as the Mariners just continue to get sticks in lanes and just keep playing their brand of hockey. The puck is flipped down. Robar will tap that to the corner. Cole McGuire battling for it. Still has it. Left shooting defender. He had to avoid Douglas there as the puck drops down at the side of the goal. Power opens himself up for a pass. McGuire finds him near the blue line. Now they get it out over the line. Good stop up by Power, and then the reverse pass for Newens. Newens puts his shoulder down. Looked like he was going to drive, but he does a button hook. Now at the top of the face-off circle, set to the point, and there's a long-range shot. And that one's into the glove. Trevor Hunt getting that shot off. And with 5:35, the Mariners just looking to lock this one down, Caleb.
If you're Mark Soares, next time you get an offensive zone draw, do you pull Abel?
I don't think so at this point. And the reason I say that, Caleb, is I feel that the coach at this point probably just wants to try and keep the score respectable. Opening up the cage, even if they get a goal or two, it's not really going to make a difference at this point. If this was a 4-1 game, though, I could see it potentially happening. But I think for the sake of respectability, they'll probably just keep it 5-on-5 for now. Wickham, he has the game's most recent goal. He chases the puck into the corner up against the VIU defense of Joe Iannacone, who's been rock solid. Gets his body in front, blocks that one, and gets it chipped out to center. Wickham collects. Being watched by R.J. Dickey, and a quick change gets Fodchuk back out onto the ice. For my money, he's been one of the best SFU players tonight, along with Alec Pettengale. Here comes R.J. Dickey, loads, shoots, right pad save. Robar seeing that all the way. That's shot 17 for the Red Leafs. Puck is flipped around the boards. Chase Siganfredo picking up the puck. He's going to try and skate it. He takes a good bump right at the line. Logan Kirky, he must have had some spicy tortilla tonight or something. He doesn't normally play this physical, but he's really added an extra element here tonight. Over the line, they're onside. Wagner headed towards the goal. Diving effort by Douglas keeps the play alive. Look, waiting for help. Lung getting out onto the ice. Into the corner goes Fodchuk. Holding, backhand off of the outside of the post. And it's picked up by Ethan Jones. He's away with Owen Ways. In on goal, holding, hooks it. Oh, and a good defensive stick. Breaks that play up. Nick Dittrich. There's a shot. Oh, and the tip went through back the other side. Ethan Jones had a crack at it. Earhart circles. Has it on the forehand. Drops off for Ethan Jones. Defers for Lotard, who moves in. Snaps it, trying to go top shelf. Great right shoulder save. One-time shot. Fought off. Lachlan Abel. Shot number 56 comes through. And boy, he's been busy tonight.
You better believe it.
And he gets another tap on the helmet from his defenseman, Brandon Lung.
Only 3:28 to go here in the game. Sure hope we don't have any Falcons fans in attendance tonight.
There's the face-off win by the Mariners, but it's poked outside the line by Pettengale. Pettengale with the most recent goal in the game. And he helped break the goose egg. Here's a potential 2-on-2 on the south side. Backhand chance. Oh, and it went off of the pad. Great effort by Nathan Brand. He just took the real estate he was given. Puck is flipped out to center. Curtis Lee did a good job to tap it down. But the alternate captain giving him all sorts of pressure. Rise Lefebvre. Into the high slot. McGuire scores. He loads it and puts it top shelf. over the blocker. And that's goal number 8, and I love Cole McGuire's reaction. He'll accept the hug, but he's not going to celebrate wildly as the Mariners grab goal number 8.
And that reaction there from the crowd says it all. They already know what's happening here. They're just happy to increase their point differential.
And the Mariners striking right back after giving one up to Alec Pettingale. I see down on the bench there, Max Lightfoot. I'm happy to see him back, so he actually did make it back. His right leg seems to be doing a little bit better, but I think he's basically there in capacity to help with the gait. Matthew Catelier with the assist on that goal. Mariners wrapping it around, and that one put through the crease. Picked up on the far side. There's a saucer pass. McGuire, who scored the game's most recent goal, snapshot, and that's off of the left pad and out. My goodness. Lachlan Abel's been a busy boy tonight. 2 minutes and change to go. There's a force to the middle. Bodies flying, and the captain, Will Norman, he left it behind, and now in the crease. Oh, there's something going on in behind the goaltender, Robar. And I'm trying to make out who that is, but it happened inside of the net, if you can believe it. I know in wrestling they have the steel cage and everything, and the UFC has the octagon, but this is a whole new style right in the 4x6. Those are some close quarters, and getting up from the pile, Ben Ruthven, he's the one that tried that that cool little pressing his stick down on the ice, picking the puck up, and then he turned around and whipped it at goal. I'm giving full marks for that effort from Ben Ruthven. And now the Mariners bench has come to life, and they're having all sorts of discussion with number 10 after he got up out of the pile there and out of the net.
He is not happy.
And I think it was Cole McGuire that he was into it with on the ice. But there's still some discussion on the backside. There is, look at that, helping out. That's Jaden Fodchuk helping Robar get the net back up on the moorings. A little over 2 minutes to go here inside the Nanaimo Ice Center, and a very complete, thorough victory here for the VIU Mariners. Coming in and taking care of business here against the SFU Red Leafs. The SFU Red Leafs look set to drop to 4-12-1. The VIU Mariners to improve to 17-1-1. As I mentioned, 1 regulation and 1 overtime loss. And that's it for blemishes on their record this season. And I guess as a VIU student, Caleb, and I guess, well, with Bryce as well, how would you say that it feels to see, your school dominate in so many different sports this season?
You know, naturally, when you're in this kind of position, you try to separate being a student from being a fan. Like, I haven't really been that much of a fan all night, but there's a noticeable part of me that's the happiest he's ever been.
Well, the VIU Mariners, they just continue to impress. Of course, last year, taking it all, winning the BCIHL championship. And this year, it's looking pretty much like if you want to get a piece of that BCIHL Cup, the road goes through either the Victoria Vikes or the VIU Mariners.
Certainly the top 2 teams in the league this year, and the VIU Mariners certainly aren't too.
And of interesting note, Caleb's been here, most of the games he's been here for have been against the UVic Vikes. And what a playoff series that will be if they're able to cross paths on their way to the BCIHL Cup. Austin Daniels into the face-off circle. Now a 5-minute penalty was given to Cole McGuire. And that, since it's a major, the Mariners will finish the game on the penalty kill. The SFU Red Leafs could score here, but the Mariners would still be shorthanded. Puck is sent out towards center and collected by Lefebvre on the back end. Will Norman providing some pressure. As mentioned, it's the London Drugs penalty kill for the VIU Mariners. And they've been letter perfect on the PK tonight, one of them leading to a goal from Cage Newens. Nice move by Rise Lefebvre at the line, dishes for Wagner. So 5 minutes for cross-checking and a game misconduct for Cole McGuire, but he left the surface, the ice surface that is, with a goal and an assist. Fodchuk on the drop to Lefebvre, shoots through traffic, rebound on the side of the goal, and that was a good attempt by the captain, Nick Wagner. He nearly got that rebound to go. Puck is sent to the point. Will Norman trying to backhand it out, and Austin Daniels was really hoping he could get it to him. He had some open real estate down ice. Fodchuk over the line, fakes a shot. Now he tries to drive inside, shoot sharp angle, reeled in. Jeremy Robar, he's seen enough. And with 3:58 remaining in the major penalty and 1:03 in the period, Robar is not going to take any chances here.
Yeah, I mean, with only just over a minute to go, having only let in one shot, that's almost as good a game as a goalie can get, short of a shutout.
Head referee Jeff Dayton bringing something over to the bench for the SFU Red Leafs. I think a small piece of equipment was left on the ice. Bran in behind the goal, tried to reverse polarities, but he ran into Tyson Lotard, who sends it out. Catelier chips it off the boards. He's going to be one-on-one with Fodchuk. There's the shot. Big blocker save. Lachlan Abel stops test number 59 on the near side boards. Lugging it to center and beyond. RJ Dickey, and that last second poke check by Catelier on the back check is what broke that play up. And so just 34.3 seconds remaining in this resounding home victory here for the VIU Mariners. The fans got treated to some real good rock, some classic rock in the intermissions. A shout out to the band that did a great job here tonight, especially that rendition of Iron Man. I thought they really nailed that.
Yeah, I've always been more of a Van Halen person myself, but you can't deny that Iron Man's pretty good.
Fodchuk went steaming down ice, and then he helped clear some of the snow as he went flying over a stick. Power with 10 seconds to go, tried a sharp angle shot, and that forces a cover out of Lachlan Abel. And Power just taking a small little shove there, a little how do you do from Caleb Douglas. Caleb with a C. Is there, maybe just a quick question, is there, I'm not too familiar, I usually see Caleb spelled with C quite often. Is it a nationality thing, or is it just a parent preference for the K? Is there any differentiation?
As far as I know, it's just parent preference. From what I've been told, it's a Hebrew name. What exactly it means is still up to interpretation. One source says it means, devotion to God. The other says it means tenacious and aggressive.
Well, those are all qualities that we saw on display here tonight, tenacious and aggressive. And look at the referees in there, super quick. And both linesmen Ryan Sirk and Mike McDougall there to make sure the boys get to the handshake quick. And all sorts of discussion. Just a quick reminder as this game has come to a conclusion, the 8-1 win for the VIU Mariners. Just a couple short seasons ago, SFU was the powerhouse for years and years in the BCIHL, and quite often in the playoffs, the road to the cup came through SFU, and I believe they had 3 of the last 6 championships belonged to SFU Red Leafs. So a bit of a turn in the overall power shift here in the BCIHL front. And the VIU Mariners, maybe a couple of thoughts as we close out here. How did the Mariners win the game in your estimation?
Mariners won this game through just a perfect all-around game. Relentless offense. I mean, the 59 shots speak for themselves. And the defense, only allowing 1 goal that came when the game had practically already been decided.
The game was definitely out of reach, and it was for aesthetics purely, the 7-1 marker, and of course, one last goal to round things out. It's a final here. I want to say thank you to a few people that helped this broadcast come to life. Gordon Nowicki, of course, helping get things centered, as well as Andrew, a great president leadership from the front. Don Miller, you can see him working on the clipboard right now as he does the final tally. And of course, Bryce Williamson, he was your eyes through the whole game. I hope you can appreciate his great brand of camera work. I know I certainly do. And last but not least, I'll give the nod to Caleb, and maybe one last word, Caleb, on your game here tonight.
Thanks for having me, Lorenzo. Hope I didn't sound too much like Ray Ferraro this time.
Well, I happen to be a big fan of Ray Ferraro. I used to listen to him on my drive home when I lived in Vancouver every morning after a night shift. I'd listen to him talking about the Canucks and what they had to do to win the cup. It was a great time to be a Canucks fan living on the mainland, but now here on the island, here I am, a giant BCIHL fan. The VIU Mariners 8, the SFU Red Leafs 1. Thank you so much for being with us. You guys are the reason we do this, and it's a great time to join the weekend festivities. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone, and hope you got lots of love in your life there from Valentine's Day. Good night, everyone.